give you first, Barakat.
I was expecting UNICOR 1 to start first, then UNICOR 2.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. I will start because I am the senior one. My name is Johannes, and I am from UNICORE 1.0, and I studied in the University of Bologna. Currently, I've graduated, and I'm currently living in Bologna and working. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Barakat Zamoui, and I am UNICOR 2 beneficiary at the University of Sassari in Italy, Sardinia. I just finished it, and currently we are working at the time.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to see you. My name is Mahari. I'm from UNICORE 2. I just graduated from University of Pisa in geophysics. Now I'm studying my PhD at the University of Parma. Currently, I'm a visiting student at the University of Vienna in Austria. And nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Today I'm the host. My name is Lon Ratu. I am in Italy. I'm not a UNICOR recipient, but I came here by the admission. Okay, as many of us who knows in the UNICOR opportunity as a life change for everyone who are passing through this way, but it's difficult to how to maintain, to apply, and to be successful. But with this our support that we got today from our brothers here, and it will be helpful. I hope so. So today we will start with Barakat, and how he will explain to us how is the eligibility to apply for UNICOR 7 at this time. So we will start Barakat, and we will continue to others.
Okay, can we have a shared screen from John, or?
Yes. I will share the screen. Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, so first of all, it's our pleasure to see that UNICOR project is back to Ethiopia once again. First of all, because most of us we came from Ethiopia, and even the beginning of the project was in Ethiopia. So UNICOR 1, 2, 3 was mainly from there, and still many students were excluded because it was outside of Ethiopia. But now we are also happy for those refugees of all nationalities who are applying from diverse countries. And we are proud of the UNICOR project. We would like to thank the coordinators or the partners, the universities who are making this happen and opening doors for many refugees. For the UNICOR 7, we are here to explain you some basic things that you might not know. Okay, the beginning is eligibility. So when we are discussing about eligibility, first and foremost, you must make sure which country you are residing in, because UNICOR 7 is allowing for registered refugees only from these countries: Ethiopia, India, Kenya, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Niger, Nigeria, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. We can read on the website normally. And then you must have a refugee status, or a register. You must be a registered refugee under the UNHCR of that country, or maybe a recognized office by the country for immigrants. Then your degree must be obtained after 2020, which means you must not be more than 5 years like after graduation, because the universities insist in this thing. Many students like asked me even in private, can we do this? Okay, when was your degree obtained? And they tell me back in 2010, 2012, 2014. Unfortunately, no. For this scholarship, no, because they are very serious in doing so. And they say your degree must not be older than 2020. Like if you graduate in 2019, unfortunately, you are outside the limit. But maybe you can go to the specific requirements of a particular university. Maybe some universities could be open for 6 or 7 years. Maybe you can try. But generally, it is put your degree must be obtained after 2020. And also before April 18. This is also a big point, because many people are expecting to be graduated by July or September or whatever, but they are insisting your degree must be concluded by this time, April 18. So this is one of the basic things. And then some specific universities, like University of Milan, for example, they say your degree should be from the host country where you are living right now. For example, a refugee who's living in Ethiopia, his degree should be obtained from that country, Ethiopia itself. Being with a degree from Eritrea, but living in Ethiopia, doesn't qualify you for this particular university. But not all of them do that, because many of us have had a degree from Eritrea, and then we participated being in Ethiopia, and it was not a problem at all. And the same for if you're living in Uganda, but your degree was from Rwanda, your degree was from Somalia, from wherever, but you are currently a refugee in Uganda, then you are qualified in many of the universities. But we must always pay attention. We must give attention to each and every university's call for application to get what this particular university is asking us. So that's it. And then another big and important thing is the cumulative GPA. What should be your minimum GPA to qualify? Generally, we call it 3.0, because in Eritrea or many of the African countries in Ethiopia, we count like out of 4 maximum points, 3.0 is the minimum, then 3, 3.2, 3.4, 3.8, 4, like this. We can count in such a way. And when it is converted towards Italian way of giving grades, Italian grade is maximum out of 30, and 18 is the passing mark, 18 out of 30, but 24 out of 30 is equivalent to 3.0 GPA of Ethiopia, Eritrea, most of the East African countries. So some people who are in different country, they must calculate this. They must go to the universities or the UNICORE's reference documents. They must convert their GPA, their country's grade point, towards Italian way. So if it is equivalent to 24 and above out of a total of 30, then they can be considered as eligible. And then another one is never been enrolled in Italian partner university. For example, if this student is already enrolled in one university, let's say University of Padua, he's already registered, then to be competing for the UNICOR, it will be not considered. That's what they are saying. And for the next, you can go, Luan.
Okay, thank you, Berhat. And it's important for everyone here, for those who especially want to apply about this special scholarship. It's important to understand that every university may have their own requirement. So it's great. It's good to listen and go and also check which university we want and what requirement they ask. And the second question, the second topic that we are preparing for you are the requirement, which requirement we need to apply for this scholarship. So I will proceed to Mahari. Mahari, we welcome you to present yours.
Thank you so much, Luam. But before I proceed to these requirements, I may have some one question special. It just popped up to my mind. For example, you were saying, Barry, that about the eligibility, the diploma or your graduation should be from the residing countries. What about if I am graduated in Ethiopia as a refugee and I'm residing in Uganda as a refugee? Am I eligible for that? Because in my opinion, probably um, they want to block if someone is graduated from his or her country and residing in Ethiopia. I don't know. Can we talk a bit?
Uh, Mahre, it is very specific situation that only this university have noted out. Normally, from our experience in the previous 6 edition of the UNICOR, none of the universities was having this limit. So they didn't say, because you are residing in Uganda, your degree must be from Uganda. Only this university have said it, and they can only answer it because we don't have that much connection to them. But generally, apart from this particular university, we have 37 universities. So more than 35 university, they didn't put this kind of limitation. So I don't think it will be a problem. But for them, it must be discussed. And we hope we will find an answer. So thank you.
Okay, that's cool. But anyways, the important thing is that I want also to add that you have to be very, very carefully read the call for application PDF file. You can find it when you press or when you go to the section Learn More in each university. In that section, you will find some PDF files. So you have to read very carefully the call for application, or it can be named as call or call for application or something like that. So you have to be careful with that PDF file, and you have to read it very, very carefully. So when I come back to the requirements that you have to be uploaded, or it's a part of the eligible ways. So the mandatory documents are, one of them is proof of registration. You must be registered as a refugee in one of the countries that are mentioned in the call for application. So you should have a refugee status which is recognized by the UNHCR. Okay, make sure that. And the second thing is, it must have in your hand that the degree of certificate, which is the diploma, and make sure you have all the transcripts, which means all semester transcripts in one. Like, I don't know, for example, if engineering 5 years, so 5 in one, or 3 years, 3 in 1. So make sure that you have the student copy. In some universities, it's mandatory, the semester GPA, the GPA of each semester, and which means the cumulative GPA is the transcripts, I think, assuming that the cumulative GPA is the transcript or the temporary certificate. And on top of that, you should write your CV very well. I don't know if there is some formats. I haven't seen any format from the UNICORE website, but in our case, we use it to to create our CV with the format of Europe CV formats. So you have to, I will recommend to use that, okay? Beside that, you have to write strong motivational letter. When we say that this motivational, why you are applying at the university, why you are applying at the specific program. So how is relevant to your program with your academic background with the program you are applying in? Make sure that they are specified in this motivation letter. What is after graduation? What you are going to? What is your plan? So you have to write it in a strong word, and your flow must be very smooth. So make sure that everything is included in the motivational letter. How motivated? What's your reason you are applying to this program? Okay. I think those are the mandatory documents, but also there are supportive documents you may upload in the website. Can we proceed to the next slide? Thank you, John. And those supportive documents are like letter of recommendation. You can ask from your supervisor or is from your professor. It's helpful to have your recommendation because it tells, I think, what you are. And it's good to have language certificate, English, IELTS, or TOEFL. But at least you make sure that your medium of communication is in English, okay? On top of that, if you have a certificate in Italian because you are coming to Italy, so it is a kind of an asset, okay, for your CV. Also, video CV, you can make 1 minute or 2 minute video about your motivation, why you are applying for the program, so you can upload. But this is depend from members from program to program. If they ask you, it will be recommendable to send them the video because they can assess your English, your communication. Okay. The other thing is work experience. You can upload that. Also, this is supported for your CV if you upload your work of experience, but it's not a mandatory. Also, if you have another documents, if you think it's necessary, you can upload on the website. Other thing is that you can ask us during the answering question. Now I can give the floor back to Luam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mahari. Now I will proceed to John with the next topic.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Mihari and Barry have explained everything in detail. Now we are in the submission stage. So when you have prepared all your documents and you have selected your course of study, the university, because when you go to the university, the website of UNSR, you are going to see a lot of options, and you have to go through all these requirements in order to align yourself with the perfect match that will go with your background. So in order to be the most eligible candidate, the major work you have to do is this search for the right choice of the course of your study. So I would say you have to go through all the universities and available. For example, let's assume that you are a civil engineer and you have studied civil engineering in the first bachelor's in your bachelor's degree. So when you select your master's course, you have to align with your bachelor's degree in order to get the most points on the selection process. Otherwise, if you select away from civil engineering, you may be disqualified, you may lose your points, and maybe other people who are more eligible will get a student scholarship instead of you. So I would suggest that you go through all the requirement, the available documentation, and see in the available universities what courses are being offered, and see which one will align with your study. And you have to specify this on your motivational letter, why you are going to study. For example, if you are from the first example, you are a civil engineer and you are going to study from the available options structural engineering. Many of you may don't align with this one, but I will make this choice because civil engineers will have the possibility to do a master's in structural engineering, which will be which is aligned to their basic study in bachelor's. So the first point is this, and when you have your choice, the most favorable choice, then you can go to the website and create an account. You have to create an account in the UNICORE website, and you have two available options to be in order to apply to two. So first of all, before going to the application process, you have to see all your available options, prepare, read the guidelines and the requirement PDF file that will be attached to each university and each study course. Then when you see that you fulfill all the requirements, then you can go to the application process. But please, I will remind you to focus on this process and give your maximum energy in selecting the most favorable course, which will align with your study, your bachelor's degree, in order to apply. So after you decide, you can create, as I said, you can create the account and you can start applying. But before applying, also, as my colleagues have mentioned, you have to prepare all the documents beforehand, because you have to fulfill and upload your documents, which are mentioned before: proof of registration, degree certificate, student copy, your ID, for verifying that you are eligible refugee, and your degree to see that you have a cumulative GPA above 3.0, and a motivation letter. So all these documents are needed in order to apply. So be sure that you have all the documents before you apply. You have the time. You have the time for application until April 18th. So you don't have to rush, but also it's good to prepare all the documents at least 2 weeks before, and apply and finish all the process beforehand, in order to give you time to, if you have any questions and unfulfilled documents or any inconvenience during the application process. So finally, as we said, you have the account, you have selected the two programs, and you can apply and upload your documents and wait for the outcome of your application. So this is the basic procedure of the application process in order to apply for UNICORE 7.0. So I will close the presentation here and leave the floor to Luam so that we can discuss what you have in mind and what you have been going through in order to apply, if you have any question and difficulties on the application process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you for everyone. Okay, Barakat, I will come to you. And it's a beginning. We are speaking about this, like the basic information and why it's important to speak about this, because information is the power. Without information, it's so hard to understand something that you never tried before. That's why we try to bring someone who has this experience and successful and apply for by this scholarship, and they are here and they are transfer their knowledge. It's so important to understand the information, then to apply. It's the next and easy steps. That's why we try to explain step by step. And generally, and first I will give it to Barakat. I think he has something to add, and everyone has something to add from three of you in every topic. But also when you add something, and also please try to give us your successful experiences from your like when you apply, why you are receive the scholarship. Maybe there is something that you know, maybe there is something that you don't know, but try to, through these all experiences, try to give us your something that we have to do. Those who we are planning to apply this year. Barakat, I will start with you.
Okay, thank you, Luam. I was thinking to add some notes, even though John has touched them. Of course, I thought of adding some notes after Mehre, but John already put them in point. But I also want to insist in saying a little bit more in relevance of choosing the degree, in how to prepare the CV and motivational letter, and how the points are calculated, like in order to have an idea. In this, we can have our own pointers. So relevance is very, very, very important, guys. You must always think of this is a scholarship. It's not like a university admission generally. It's a scholarship. It's not because you are very bad student that you're not selected. It's because only the most highly qualified candidates are being chosen, but you are still qualified to be a university student. You are still qualified to be a master's student of a certain university. But to be admitted in the top 2 candidates, they try to separate it in a very, very serious way. So for this reason, if you are graduated in physics and you want to apply for your master's, which is something related to biology or to chemistry, you must know that priority will be given to those who are having a background of biology or chemistry. So this one is very important. If you are having a degree of accounting and finance, and you are still trying to apply in something which is for management only, remember, those who are graduated basically in management will be prior to you in some points, not in all. The points are calculated about 40-40. Some of them are 40-30 or whatever, but generally it's out of 80. So the first 40 marks will be calculated for your documents only. Your documents will be evaluated differently, separately, out of 40. Then out of 40, you will be qualified to interview. Those who are qualified in the interview, during the interview, the remaining 40 will be evaluated. How do they evaluate it? For example, the documents. When we are saying the documents, your GPA, only your GPA, it should be out of above 3, at least we said. We agreed it will be above 3. So the one above 3, it depends upon the commission, the university admission commission. They will evaluate. But if you have 3 and if you have 4, someone has 3.8, someone has 3.4, then imagine the one with 3.8 or the one with 4 will be having, if they give it 10 marks for the cumulative GPA, the one with 3.8 will be having around 8 or 9. And the one who is having 3.0 will be having somewhere around 2 or 3, 4 marks. Okay, then you go to the motivational letter. The motivational letter alone can get some 10 marks, let's say. I'm not saying it is what it is, but it's one of the parts from one university to other university. So if the motivational letter is 10 marks, the one who is having a cumulative GPA of 3.8 could prepare a very weak motivational letter. So the one with a lower grade can surpass his colleague on this issue. So what do we put in the motivational letter? In the motivational letter, we must be bold. This is what I want to give you as an experience. The first time we feel shy of ourselves, we are right. No, I am like this. I have this much experience. It seems like you are boasting about yourself, so you are ashamed and you don't want to do that. No, 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 no. This is all about you selling your own self. You are selling your product. Just like a merchant or a shopkeeper is promoting his own good. No, this is very good. If you go to buy a clothes in a shop, they will never say this is not good. They will say this is very quality. It's made of Thailand. It's made of something somewhere. It's 100% cotton, like that. Just like that. Yes, I have this quality. I was graduated with a high mark of 3.6, 3.8. I was among the top students in my class. I was very good in coordinating students' teamwork. I'm very good in organizing. I have this much skills. Declare, proclaim whatever you have. That's what the academic commission is expecting to see from you. And then why this university is also important. Why you chose University of Milan? Why you chose University of Florence? And because you must have you must refer some important points about the university, about the departments. You must see some of the great achievements that the university have done. Maybe the university is well known for its research. So some renowned professors with research are there. So see them, read some articles in their website, and then mention it to them. And it proves that you are not a random person. You are a very, very well organized and you know what you are doing. You have been following the department, the university very well. This is also very important. It impresses first impression, last impression. So this is when you are writing. Also during the interview, you will be able to declare it again. Then the CV. In the CV, you must prepare different CV to different departments. For example, you are planning to apply for a master's in accounting and finance. And then the second choice is somewhere else. And then maybe, let's say, it's to management. So whatever you have done with banking experience, if you have, auditing experience you have, this is very important for the accounting department, not for the management, maybe. Or likewise, if you are having a nursing degree and then you are applying for some MBA, if you think it's necessary for you in an MBA, then you must explain if you don't have experiences of a background, academic background of that department, but you can still prove them by your experiences. Even though my degree is from this field, but my practical experiences and my vocational courses have allowed me to get enough of experience in this field. So in that way, you can convince them, oh, this guy, his academic story, his subject is taken, do not really, are not relevant enough. But when you're declaring them your own experience, I have worked in this area, in this session, it really proves that. So in such a way, you must prepare your your motivational letter in such a way. Why are you the best candidate for this university? Why would I give you, the commission are saying, why would we give you the priority more than the others? Prove us. Yeah, because I'm like this, like this. So see some templates, some samples from the online materials, and see some notes, some videos also, how to prepare a CV, video CV, whatever. This is what I wanted to add. Then in the second session, in the interview, what your language capacity, it will be tried there. All they expect is if you are able to communicate, if you are able to demonstrate. Don't worry that much that you cannot really speak that much fluent English or whatever. No, the professors themselves, they understand the challenge of a second language. Don't worry that much, but at the same time, you must be ready to do what you have to do. And it must really get along what you have presented with your document. You must present them during the day. At last but not least, I'm finishing, I'm sorry. At last but not least, Mahri has noted it, but I want to stress on it. Modem of instruction in English. This is very important. What does it mean? Myself, I didn't know it before, but usually East African countries, our university level is given in English, all the modem of instruction. So there is a possibility of going to the Ministry of Education of that country you graduated in. You can ask from that our modem of instruction at the university was given entirely in English. They write you a certificate and they give you. So for those of us in Ethiopia, for example, for those who get their degree inside Ethiopia, they were going to the Ministry of Education in Ethiopia, and they asked this document and they gave them. Then having this document, you go and authenticate it in the Foreign Affairs, and then it's using for you as if you have a TOEFL certificate, because as long as your whole degree, your entire degree was given in English, then you're not necessarily asked to have additional English language certificate proficiency. This is also important. The same way in other countries, in Uganda or in Kenya, we don't know much about it, but this is the basic procedure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Berhat. It's a very valuable information. Like, we need it. And Mahari, okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think he stated very well, Barre, but I want to stress more on the PDF file call for application. So everybody must read it very carefully, okay? Because we are sharing this a kind of summary information. So please be responsible to read that call for application. In addition to that, yeah, as he said, as Barakat said, that you have to advertise yourself very well. You don't need to make up yourself, but you have to advertise yourself based on your documents, okay? Based on your work experience, whatever, based on your skill. You have to advertise yourself. You have to express yourself very well. It doesn't mean that maybe you have a high grade. It doesn't mean that you are selected. Okay, so you have to express yourself, and more than anything, your chosen program must be aligned, it must be relevant to the program you are applied or to your academic background. Okay, who do you think? For example, your background is in physics and you are applying to history. No one thinks, even million times you are good students. No one thinks that you will be successfully graduated from history, master of degree in history. So when they invest their money, they should invest in the right position. So make sure that. And the other thing that maybe, John, if you take us to the submission, I want to raise one point there to the submission part.
Okay.
because why I'm always say that about the call for application is that in the submission, for example, when you select the program, the maximum university is 2. You are allowed, you have the permission to apply only for 2 university, okay? But the program you are applying, it may change from university to university. In some university, maybe 2, in some university, maybe 1. For example, University of Toronto, University of Parma, they are allowed to apply for 1 maximum program. So make sure that you read the PDF file, the call for application very well, okay? And I would say if that goes well, then I hope we will see you in the next session after we depart to Italy. But one thing is that why we are doing this session is that I do remember that I realized that in UNICOR 4 or UNICOR 5, there were only few students that are qualified for the interview and for the scholarship because they couldn't fulfill the requirement. So even you have all the documents, even you have all the things, if you can't express yourself very well, if you can't write the motivational letter very well, if you can't write the CV very well, so you may not be part of the people that are coming to Italy. So make sure that because we are doing only for this reason, okay? Other thing, I want to hear some of your questions if you have your questions, and yeah, I'm giving back the floor to Luan. Thank you so much.
There are some questions here, but before we proceed to the question, 3 of you, I need your experience, like personal experience, to share with the others. Then we will proceed to the question and answers.
Okay, I will take the floor. So the opportunity for me was unique for UNICORE 1.0. There was no experience from other students. It was the first one. So when I applied for UNICORE, it was in a way it was an amazing opportunity because it was transparent directly. We applied directly to the university. It was not like what you see in UNICORE 7.0. It was the process was directly applying for the university, and when you get the admission, then in our part, only University of Bologna was providing the student scholarship, so everyone applied for University of Bologna, and those who were selected, we went for interview, and after that, we know that we were admitted. But in the application process, I give it all. You have to give it all, especially what have been mentioned by Barakat and Mahari. If you have any question, any doubt in the application process, you have to start writing official emails to the universities to clarify your questions. And in this case, the reference is UNHCR, and if they cannot respond for your question, they will forward it to the university. Otherwise, you have to ask the international desk of the university for clarification if you have any question. So email is like a chat in this academic world. So you have to use your email to ask your questions. And in the application process, for my personal experiences, where when I apply, I remember that there were also this video, additional video, short video of 2 minutes to express yourself why you deserve this scholarship. So that was a good opportunity for me to show that I am capable of and I deserve this opportunity, and I have expressed myself also stating some Italian words in the presentation, and I was excited. So your emotion and your belief that you deserve that opportunity will give you upper hand. So you have to believe first of all that you deserve the scholarship, and you have to do all you can, especially on the requirements, especially what Mary and Barry have mentioned. The motivational letter will speak about you. If you are shy, it doesn't matter. Other people will express themselves well, and they will get the upper hand. So you have to mention all your achievements. If you have certificates, if you have prizes you won, if you participated on conference, academic conference, or if you have anything that is related to your academics, even though you think that it's not relevant, but you have to put all your achievements on your motivational letter and CV in order to express yourself well. Then I have done this. I have uploaded also the video, which I treasure as a trophy until now, because I remember that to do that 2-minute video, I spent the whole day recording myself now and then and canceling, and I observe myself. It was amazing, and that was my experience that I want to share.
Yeah, I just want to add, Johnny, on that because that 2 minutes video helps a lot, because you know that they can really feel you that how we are motivated to follow the selective program. So make sure that if you are capable to do that, I would recommend you more than anything. I would recommend you to make that video. You can include everything there, the work experience, and so you can include in that video. Okay, so make sure that you have that video and upload to the specific program. And other thing is that you should give time to everything in this application. You should be very patient. Okay, please have a patient. Just do day by day, day by day. You don't need to be in rush. Why you need in rush? You don't need to apply in one day. No way. Just give time. Just read the call for application 2 times, 3 times. Make sure that you are prepared all the documents. Make sure that you are eligible. Make sure that you select maximum 2 university. Okay? You are allowed to apply only for 2 university, maximum 2 university. But the program depends from university to university. You may have the permission to apply for 2 programs and may have for 1 programs. So make sure that you understand the call for application very well. Okay, you have to read it 2 times, 3 times, and so. If you don't understand, ask. Just there are lots of emails in the websites. The UNICOR, also the universities, they have people which is responsible to respond the emails, that make sure that use your emails like WhatsApp or Telegram like that. So use this email for daily chat with those UNICOR staffs. Then make sure that your question is answered. Okay. Unless otherwise, we can put our email here, and in the worst case, you can communicate with us. I think that's what I want to say.
Yeah, thank you, Mahari. Yeah, it's so important. And Barahat, do you have to add something before we proceed to the questions and answers from your personal experience?
Okay, Louis. I thought Dawit was raising his hand, but okay, let's finish us first. My personal experience, especially during applying for the UNICOR, I would like to share is in many cases when we were applying, trying to apply for different kind of scholarships before the starting of the UNICOR project. In many ways, we were giving up because we try with the limited connection. We pay a lot of money for the connections, and then we are searching, wondering. At the end of the day, they ask us prepayments, 100 euro, 150 euro. You give up, you give up, you give up. Then I was in a situation that I better not try any scholarship. Then the UNICOR came without anything. But yet, we had a lot of limitations. We never were prepared with a ready CV, ready motivation. This is what I want to advise those guys. You must keep Googling on YouTube or whatever how to prepare CV, how to prepare motivational letter, how to do interviews, preparing for interviews, scholarship interviews for master's degree, even with your own particular department. Like if I'm applying for master's in
Radio.
biology,
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connecting.
mute, okay. If I'm applying for a master's degree in biology, just ask it for a master's degree in biology. It will give you accordingly. There are some YouTubers or some active people who already uploaded a video for us, an interview in that particular subject. So many times, even if we know that Google is the answer, YouTube is the answer, even if we shared it in our previous experience, at a particular time we forget it. We become dumb. We don't go to reference, and we complain about connection problems, about access problems. No, but I would advise you to go there. There were a lot of links, sites that really motivated me to prepare my CV, to prepare my motivation. This is what I want to tell you. But the UNICOR is a big experience, and as you can see, John is here. Johannes, he's UNICOR one of the pioneers of this pilot project of UNICOR. And because of their patience, because of his own video being uploaded in the website of the UNICOR, like he was promoting the scholarship, he presented it like how much it transformed his life, having his own potential, but not getting the access of scholarships because of the UNICOR. Now the door is well open, and he proved to perform and to be productive, and to prove that he is also a resource to the host country, not only like a beneficiary of the project, but also a resource to the economy of the host country. Because of this, many universities, many partner organizations were motivated to join their hands into the project. And we were allowed access because of their dedication, the first UNICOR 1.0 students. The same way we dedicated ourselves like to prove ourselves to be well disciplined in many ways, and also to promote for the scholarship. And then, as we can see now, the UNICOR is flourishing and flourishing, and it's covering as many countries as possible. So we hope you guys will be taking advantage one day. Thank you.
Thank you, Barahat. Okay, so now we will proceed to the questions and answer, and I hope that some of the